about the big story of the day with the Waqf Amendment Bill. A bill that looks to amend the law governing the Waqf Board across the country is all set to be tabled in Parliament. The government telling the Business Advisory Committee that it will not press for a discussion on the bill as its passage following its introduction. The opposition, meanwhile, has demanded that the Waqf Amendment Bill be sent to Parliament Standing Committee for scrutiny. The bill that is being opposed by some Muslim organizations and leaders in the opposition. Some parties, even within the NDA, have expressed their reservations oppose the proposed legislation. But the BJP insists that it is just a reform and a revision that will put an end to the rampant land grab in the name of Waqf.
पूरे 50 देशों का जो क्षेत्रफल है उससे कहीं अधिक वक्फ की जमीनें भारत में हैं और कुछ परिवार जो है वक्फ पे नियंत्रण करके जिस तरह से भ्रष्टाचार वहां आकंठ व्याप्त है, ऐसे में इस वक्फ बोर्ड के लैंड जिहाद को रोकने के लिए भारत सरकार उसमें कानूनी संशोधन कर रही है और इस संशोधन के माध्यम से वक्फ बोर्ड को पारदर्शी बनाया जाएगा, महिलाओं को उसमें स्थान दिया जाएगा.
Now, even when it comes to the opposition that has been unequivocal when it comes to criticizing the proposal, calling it as one-sided, a blatant attempt to take away the property rights and snatching the land of the Waqf without consulting them and thereby targeting the Muslim community.
I'm always very suspicious of this government's motives. So what is the sinister motive behind bringing this bill has to be seen, and we'll have to look at what are the implications it's going to have. And I'm sure that it's already agitating a lot of people, and this has to be sent to the standing committee before it's even brought to the house.
नहीं उसकी बात करें, हम सीएम साहब से बात करके उसको फैसला करना है ना, उसका तस्वीर करना, उसमें थोड़ा मॉडिफिकेशन करना और एक्ट को ख़त्म करना चाह रहे हैं, वो गलत है. ऐसा नहीं होने देंगे इंशाल्लाह. सीएम साहब से बात करके उसका
वक्त अमेंडमेंट एक्ट के सिलसिले में पर्सनल लॉ बोर्ड का ये बहुत क्लियर कट व्यू है कि इसमें किसी भी जो मौजूदा वक्फ एक्ट है उसमें कोई भी अमेंडमेंट की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बल्कि वो मोर देन इनफ है फॉर द सेफ्टी, सिक्योरिटी एंड डेवलपमेंट ऑफ वक्फ प्रॉपर्टीज़. मीडिया के बाद सेक्शन के जरिए से कुछ लोग गलतफहमियां फैला रहे हैं और ऐसा लग रहा है कि जैसे हम लोगों ने किसी दूसरे की प्रॉपर्टी को पर कब्जा करके उसको वक्फ करा लिया है.
Well, this bill, what is it all about as far as the amendments that have now been proposed, especially when it comes to renaming the Waqf Act of 1995 as the Unified Waqf Management, Empowerment, Efficiency and Development Act? In probably the most significant change, the bill that seems to omit Section 40 of the current law relating to the powers of the board to decide if a property is a Waqf property or not. It also provides for a broad-based composition of the Central Waqf Council and the state Waqf boards and ensures that the representation of Muslim women and non-Muslims in such bodies. Here's a lowdown as far as the key amendments that have been made, and of course we talk about the stand that the politician seems to be taking, even when it comes to the courts that are putting down their foot against the unbridled and arbitrary powers that are enjoyed by the Waqf Board. With the Madhya Pradesh High Court setting aside an order of the state Waqf Board claiming ownership of some prominent historical monuments in Burhanpur district. Back in 2013, the Madhya Pradesh Waqf Board had declared the tomb of Shah Shuja, tomb of Nadir Shah, Bibi Sahib's Masjid and a palace situated in the fort of Burhanpur as its own property. Now the verdict that has been delivered by the court on challenging this move by the ASI, which is the Archaeological Survey of India. The court has agreed with the ASI argument that it was protecting these monuments and they were properties of the central government and they fall under the Ancient Monuments Preservation Act. On the 26th of July, a single bench judge of Justice G.S. Ahluwalia said, and I quote, that the CEO of MP Waqf Board committed material illegality by directing the petitioner to vacate the same land and set the order aside.
हाई कोर्ट का फैसला संतोषजनक है, इसका स्वागत किया जाना चाहिए और हिस्टोरिकल मोनूमेंट जो है तो ऐसे ही विभाग को दिए जाने चाहिए जो इन मोनूमेंट्स को जो है तो संभाल कर रख सकता है. वक्फ बोर्ड के पास यदि स्मारक चले जाते हैं तो फिर हमारी जो उम्मीदें हैं वो थोड़ी कम हो जाती है, क्योंकि वक्फ बोर्ड के पास डिपार्टमेंट्स नहीं है. वक्फ बोर्ड जो है तो मुतवल्ली किसी को भी बना देते हैं और वो स्मारक की जो वास्तविकता है उसको कम समझ पाते हैं, तो मूलभूत ढांचा जो है तो वो डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है.
But this is just one case where justice has been delivered. There are several others who have been at the receiving end of this unfettered autonomy and they are still awaiting justice from all across the country as far as challenging the land ownership is concerned.
1956 से हम लोग यहाँ पे हमारा लकड़ी का पीठा था और इन लोगों ने आके ज़बरदस्ती अवैध किराएदारी करना चालू कर दिया, मतलब पैसा लेना चालू कर दिया। इन्होंने आके ताबड़तोड़ अंदर नेताओं की दादागिरी के उनके सामने जब तक हम लोग स्टे वगैरह के लिए जाते तब तक उन लोगों ने इतना ढांचा बना दिया।
इस टाइप का कोई भी आज तक नहीं देखा। मेरी भी आज 55 साल उम्र है, 55 साल से ही मैं यहाँ रह रहा हूँ। पहले कभी भी मैंने वकाफ का नाम ही नहीं सुना था। वक्फ बोर्ड का तो नाम मैंने 2018 से सुना है कि कोई वक्फ बोर्ड होता है और उनकी जमीन ये है।
देखिए, श्री कृष्ण जन्मभूमि के मामले में जो 13.37 एकड़ जमीन है, लगभग 2.5 एकड़ में ईदगाह बनी हुई है। और ईदगाह को जो 2.5 एकड़ की जमीन है उसको ये बार बार क्लेम करते हैं और कहते हैं कि ये प्रॉपर्टी शाही ईदगाह पक्ष की है, सुन्नी वक्फ बोर्ड की है।
हमारा ये मंदिर भी हमारा है और ये मस्जिद भी हमारी है। आगे भी जाएंगे आप, खसरा नंबर 242 बहुत बड़ा है इसका चक। और ये जो अप्पू घर के पास मंदिर और मस्जिद है ये भी हमारा है। हमें मस्जिद और मंदिर से कोई वो नहीं है, लेकिन हमारी उससे रिलेटेड जो प्रॉपर्टियां हैं मस्जिद और मंदिरों के आसपास, वो सब वक्फ बोर्ड ने हटिया रखी है।
Well, here on the Morning News Hour, let's introduce Siddharth Yadav of the BJP. Siddharth, good morning to you. Saif Khan ji of the Congress Party is also with us. Saif Khan ji, good morning to you as well. Saif Khan ji, starting with you, what exactly is the reservation or the objection as far as these amendments that are now being brought about, especially when it comes to stopping or curtailing the unbridled powers of the Waqf Board, sir?
See, firstly, I would like to, specifically point out that, it should be presented to the Parliament Standing Committee for scrutiny. Why? Because there are certain points which needs to be taken, it is important, which needs to be taken care of. First, it is against the freedom of religion. Why? Is because Modi government wants to revoke this authority of Waqf board by interfering. Now, how it is being interfered? Let me give you an example here. As per the present rule or the present act which was introduced in 1954 and 1966, which was later on been amended, where the power was given to the survey commissioner, right, of the state government to produce a report, and then then further gazette notification was being implemented, and it was under by the authority of Waqf, or maybe as per the commission survey commission's report. Now, here, by interfering the government rule, where we know the agenda of Bharatiya Janata Party or so-called RSS wing, that if the later on any property is being surveyed by the state government itself, and we know the results. As there are many mosques in India or dargahs in India which are still under dispute, where the BJP and RSS are claiming that they are not a mosque or a dargah.
Well, there is another side to that story as well, because many of the dargahs have been also coming out to saying that they are victims when it comes to such land grab, and they have to give some amount of money as well to the Waqf board. And they feel that this is inferior, they feel that this is injustice. The major changes, Saif Khan ji, because we are talking about reforms. And especially when it comes to classifying properties, this may also mean that it could declare any of its properties as Waqf. It just needs to think about it. Siddharth, as far as instead, when it comes to a district collector, would be involved a civil service official. They will now be making the decision as far as if there is a dispute or not, because it becomes the owners of the land owner to actually prove that this land is his and not of the Waqf.
Good morning, Amita, and good morning to all your viewers. Definitely, I think the bill is going to be presented in the Parliament today. We still need to keep out and watch out what are going to be the provisions that are going to be discussed in the Parliament and then ultimately be passed by our parliamentarians. But one thing that is for sure is required to be assessed is the misuse of the Waqf Act that we have seen over the years. We have seen that the amendments post our independence that have been made in the Waqf tag, the ones which were not even present during the British rule, and the kind of amendments that were made by the previous governments just for the sake of appeasement for one community, be it in 1955, 66 or 95, that have given powers which have been detrimental on all other citizens of this country. All of that have to be assessed and have to be kept in light, because that detrimental effects have been seen on everybody in the society for so many years. We have seen a village in Tamil Nadu being claimed by the Waqf tag. We have seen a 15-year-old temple being claimed by the Waqf board as a Waqf property. How can it be possible? A 14-year-old Waqf board or a religion is claiming 15-year-old property. I hail from Haryana. We have seen in Yamunanagar in Haryana a temple.
Well, there are several examples there, Siddharth, because we've done case studies, we've gone to the ground as well.
I would like to interfere
and
here.
people are still awaiting clarity on what happens next, because it is incumbent on them rather to prove that they are the true landowners. Now, Saif Khanji, new work proposals, because the citizens that what Siddharth is also mentioning are the people who are coming from within the Muslim community who are asking for these reforms and the revisions. The Central Waqf Council, the State Waqf Board must have at least women representation on board. Are you against that too?
No, the representation for women is, for women is most welcome. But, if there is a rule being implemented, it should be taken care of. Firstly, it needs to be sent to the Standing Committee for scrutiny. Why didn't it has been sent so? Secondly, the spokesperson of Bharatiya Janata Party, I would like to clarify here that we already have act where the survey commissioner is being responsible of doing the survey. Why the Bharatiya Janata Party or the state government will be responsible now? Why the survey commission is not being responsible? If we already have an act, we already made the act. Why don't he represent?
Well, sir, let me tell you exactly when it comes to this new council and what is being proposed so far.
We don't
it may have a union minister, it may have parliamentarians, it may also have representation when it comes to Muslim organization and Muslim law experts as well. Former judges either of the Supreme Court or for the High Court, and even when it comes to senior union government officials as well. This is going to be the formation of the council.
The judiciary will be over now. They'll be... Amita, firstly, let me tell you, after this, there'll be...
The tribunal has an Islamic scholar sitting in it. Where are the judges of this country? Where are the judiciary in the country? The constitution is clearly laid down.
Sir, right after defense, the biggest land holding in the country, right after defense is the railways. After railways, it is the Waqf. And what is being said that in the last 15 years altogether, we have data to show you the figures as well. The number has doubled when it comes to acquiring land. Don't you believe that such kind of land that is now being taken up again under the new law, notice would be required before registering any property as Waqf? Don't you believe that such revisions and reforms are necessary, Saif Khanji?
See, notices can be issued, but it should be under the judiciary, not under the state government. Why would Bharatiya Janata Party or so-called RSS wing would decide whether the property would fall under the Waqf board or not? It should be under the judiciary. Why would the state government would be responsible of deciding whether it is under dispute? Let's say it is under dispute,
so the council has multiple representatives,
and then further
including that
give out
from
the reason that it doesn't fall under the Waqf property.
So there are 2 points that are being read by Saif Khanji. Of course, they are asking that the entire will be put under scrutiny first.
The cases will be doubled in future.
Amitabh, first of all, I think I'll request Saif Khanji to hold a bit because we have not seen the draft bill yet. It's going to be presented and we must wait of what is actually going to be discussed in the parliament today. Number two, when you say why is the state government going to intervene and why not the judiciary? Whatever will happen always will have the liberty of being appealed in the judiciary. You can go to any court. But I ask you one question. Currently, the Waqf tribunal has 3 members. One of them has to be an Islamic scholar. Where in the constitution does it mandate? The constitution has mandated 3 tiers of judiciary and roles have been laid down. But what kind of judiciary or what kind of a tribunal or what kind of a deciding body it can be that it will have one person from a religious community called as an Islamic scholar? Why so? Why not for other communities? Why not for other minorities? So we are a secular democratic country. A secular democratic country.
If a mandir, let me vice versa here. If a mandir is being decided by the state government, will it be okay with you?
Well, that's sir, if a mandir is decided to be a Waqf property, sir, won't that be challenged then? Won't that be challenged then? Because there are several disputes across the country that have now come to the fore where people are still waiting. Because if once a waqf land will always be a waqf land, that has been the sole motto. But right now we are also talking about a proposal that protects women's inheritances, that also protects, in fact, when it comes to their rights are concerned and their inclusivity when it comes to this entire council. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining in. Of course, we wait as far as the bill that is expected to be tabled in Parliament, how it goes from here on. Thank you very much to both of you.